Hello, this is Maestro X. I'm going to go over the level 1 word for quarter 3, week 6, coincide. 3 syllables, emphasis on the last syllable. So we have coincide, coincide. It rhymes with go inside, like if you're telling someone to go inside, but instead it's with a C, coincide. You have 3 definitions, all of them verbs, so you must use it as a verb. Let me go over the first one. It means to take place at the same time. So, your sentence for today is the murder of Banquo coincides with the banquet hosted by Macbeth. And so what happens is you have in the great play by Shakespeare, King Macbeth hosting a great feast. Here's Macbeth. Everyone's eating merrily. And meanwhile, at the same time, you have Macbeth who sends killers to kill his rival Banquo. So these are 2 events happening at the same time. And so you can say that the murder of Banquo, the first event, coincides with the banquet hosted by Macbeth, the second event. And you can see the preposition here, with, the way it's used in this sentence and sentences like it, you often have coincides with. All right? So that's the first definition, to take the place at the same time. The second definition, to be the same or very similar. To be the same or very similar. And so you might have had this sentence given to you by your teachers, but I'm going to change it slightly from last year. They said themes. I want you to change that to living conditions to be more precise. So you want to say living conditions presented in the Pearl coincide with the current reality of people living in developed countries, even 100 years later. Many of you read the novel, The Pearl, in English 1, and you know it takes place a while ago in Mexico, and people back then not having electricity, so they would get maybe their light and their warmth from fire and their water from a river. Okay, so it's the living conditions presented in the Pearl coincide, and again you have coincide with, okay, the current reality. So they're similar or the same as some people living in, it should be undeveloped countries. Make that undeveloped countries, even 100 years later. All right. The third definition is to meet or share a same place. To meet or share a same place. So you can coincide with time, you can also coincide with place. So, you have one more example here for you visual learners. Johnny on the left, his walk coincides with Martha's walk. So they're meeting at the same place. Okay. If these 2 events happen simultaneously, you can say they're coincident. Coincident. Okay, and this adjective form can be any of those definitions. So you can say the murder of Banquo was coincident, or it wasn't a coincident event at the same time as the feast by Macbeth. All right. You also have the adverb form coincidentally, and the noun form coincidence. And most of you know this familiar word coincidence has the connotation, or one of its definitions is unexpectedly, when things happen at the same time unexpectedly. Okay. Your synonyms are concur, occur, simultaneously, at the same time. So that's your level 1 word. Again, if you did not get this correct in the reassessment, make yourself a additional flashcard with an original sentence and a visual. And happy studying!